healthy humans, welcome to New Leaf Table TV. I'm your host, Chef E, and today we're making cream of mushroom soup. So this is super easy, but it's going to taste and look like it took you forever to make, and it's much more wholesome than the variety you can buy in the can, which usually contains additives and MSG and soybeans and wheat starch and all kinds of extra things that you don't want to put in your body. This recipe is dairy-free, sugar-free, grain-free, and made with all real food, wholesome ingredients. I also like to make a double batch and keep some in the freezer when you want to make a quick casserole. So we have a pound of mushrooms. So I use shiitake and baby bellas. You can use any combination or just a single varietal you want. Mushrooms are going to be flavor carriers and soak up a lot of the flavor from the soup. If you don't like whole mushrooms, you can chop them up really finely. Mushrooms are a low-calorie, nutrient-dense vegetable. They're really high in vitamin D, as well as B vitamins and selenium. We also have a tablespoon of grass-fed butter and olive oil. We're using fresh garlic. We have parsley to top. We're gonna add 2 cups of fresh spinach. We also have 1 diced sweet onion. We have 3 cups of bone broth, half a cup of cashews, salt and pepper, 2 shallots, and we have thyme. Now thyme is going to complement the umami flavor of the mushrooms beautifully and really make the dish. Thyme is used to ease coughs and congestion and also treat asthma. It's a great expectorant. We also have white miso. So white miso is a fermented soybean paste that's from Japan. It's fermented for less time than your dark varieties of miso paste. And it has a milder, sweeter, nuttier flavor. It's gonna add a lot of umami flavor to our mushroom soup. Okay, to get started, we are gonna soak our cashews. So we're gonna use cashews to make our soup more creamy so we don't have to use dairy. In order to let the cashews soften a little bit, I'm gonna pour boiling water over them and let them soak while we prepare the rest of our ingredients. I have a kettle here that has boiling water. You can boil yours on the stove, you can use water from a kettle, or even heat them in the microwave, however you wanna get boiling water over your cashews. And then we will just set them aside and let them soak while we prepare the rest of our ingredients. Okay, we're gonna take a large Dutch oven and heat it over medium-high heat. Then I'm gonna add my tablespoon of grass-fed butter, as well as my tablespoon of olive oil, and let those get nice and hot. Okay, our butter and our olive oil is nice and hot, so I'm gonna add my mushrooms to my pan. I'm also gonna add salt and pepper. Now I'm gonna stir everything. Now these mushrooms, you will see, are going to soak up all of your olive oil and your butter because they're gonna carry that flavor then into the rest of your soup. They're also gonna shrink down a lot as they cook. So just kind of flatten them out. We'll let these cook for about 8 minutes until they're nice and soft. Now, while our mushrooms are cooking, we're gonna slice up our shallots. Okay, go ahead and stir your mushrooms. Make sure they are cooking evenly. Okay, next we're gonna add our onions and our shallots. And give these a stir. We're gonna let this soften up for about 2 minutes. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and crush my garlic. go ahead and add your garlic to your soup. Now we're also going to add our dried thyme, about 2 teaspoons. And give everything a stir and let it soften up for about 30 seconds. I can really smell that thyme. Now we're going to add our broth. We have 3 cups of broth that I'm adding. If you need a little bit of additional liquid to cover all your veggies, just add a little bit of water and turn your heat up. We're going to bring this to a boil. So I'm going to add about 1/2 cup more liquid to my soup. Now we're going to let this come to a boil and then we'll turn it down to simmer. While our cream of mushroom soup is coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some parsley that we can use to top our soup. I'm just removing the parsley leaves from the stems, and then I'm going to give it a rough chop. Now let's wait for our soup to boil. Okay, my soup is boiling, so I'm going to bring it down to a simmer. Now I'm going to take 2 cups of my onion mushroom soup mixture and add it to a blender. Be very careful in dealing with hot liquids. I have a little measuring cup right here on the side of my blender, but you might want to measure it out in a cup. Now I'm going to add my cashews. I'm going to drain them first. I'm just going to take them over the sink and pour off the excess liquid. I'm going to add my soaked cashews and a tablespoon of white miso paste. Now I'm going to blend this up until it's really, really smooth, because if you don't blend it really smooth, then those cashews will be slightly grainy and not as creamy as we want them. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and add this creamy mixture back to my soup. Okay, now we give everything a good stir. Okay, our soup is nice and creamy. We're also going to let it cook down for a little bit longer. If at this point you find that your soup is too runny, you can add an arrowroot slurry to your dish to make it nice and thick. It's just a tablespoon of arrowroot, a tablespoon of water, mix it up, pour it in, let it simmer for a couple of minutes, and it will thicken your soup. Now, we are also going to add 2 cups of torn spinach. This just adds extra nutrient value and veggies to our soup. It's optional if you want a pure cream of mushroom soup for a casserole or some other purpose. You can leave out the spinach, but we're going to add it just to go ahead and get in our greens. Now just turn your heat up to medium heat and let your spinach wilt, and then we'll be ready to eat. Okay, our soup is complete. Let's get it in a bowl. This looks delicious. Go ahead and top it with a little bit of your chopped parsley. There you have it, folks, our cream of mushroom soup. Thanks for watching New Leaf Table TV. Until we dine again, farewell, healthy humans. To subscribe to New Leaf Table's meal plan service with weekly meals and easy delivery through your existing Amazon Fresh membership, visit our website at newleaftable.com And also, please hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. I got scared. Okay. Olive oil, butter, mushrooms. No, because my husband thinks he's funny. Next, I'm going to go ahead and crush my garlic. Like that was garlic. Okay, while our cream of mushroom soup is coming to a boil, I'm going to chop. And I'm going to take 2 cups of my onion mushroom soup mixture. And now I'm going to take 2 cups of my onion soup mushrooms. Onion soup. Maybe we need an onion soup. And a tablespoon of white miso paste. If I can get the lid off. Oh. It just splattered all over me. It's on my arm and in my hair and on my cheek. You can leave out the spinach, but we're going to add it just to make a complete vegetable profile. That doesn't make sense.